Placement. It's the one word that stresses out every single college student. Think about it. Everything we have studied since childhood, all those exams, all those late nights, it all comes down to landing this one job. We all know how society looks at you if you graduate without an offer in your hand.
Waste fellow, 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 waste fellow.
Yeah, waste fellow. I knew one thing for sure, I had to get placed. Because otherwise, what was the meaning of all those years of hard work?
If I knew what I knew in the past, I would have been blacked out on your ass.
And somewhere in that moment, I realized this story didn't begin here. It began years ago. So to understand how I got here, we need to go back. Let's go all the way back to 10th grade. As you know, Indian students basically have two default options after 10th class. MPC or BPC. I couldn't draw biology diagrams in my life, and I definitely couldn't remember all those complex scientific formulas and names. So in 11th grade, I chose MPC and joined a local junior college. But I couldn't crack any of the major entrance examinations including MCET. So I took a drop year and attempted JEE Advanced. I didn't make it into IIT, but I finally managed to join NIT Calicut. The year was 2022, just a year after COVID. I walked into campus and saw my seniors getting huge packages, and I was completely delusional. I genuinely thought I would just get the same, maybe some
30 lakhs per annum.
easy. So for the first 2 years, I just chilled. I studied the night before exams, somehow passed, but learned nothing useful for placements. Then third year hit and the reality check was brutal. All my friends suddenly started preparing internships, coding, resumes. Meanwhile, my Gen Skill profile got rejected for the first 3 months simply because I had my name wrong on my resume. Because of that one stupid mistake, an entire internship drive was wasted. The next semester, I only managed to write 2 assessments. I failed both of them. Summer arrived right before the start of my final year. I had to sit down and look at my options. I had 4 paths left. MTech. I wasn't even interested in my BTech. MBA. It required taking a big loan. MS. I mean, you know about this guy. That left me with exactly one option, campus placements. Since I am from the EC department, I had 3 sub-options, core, sales or coding. Core jobs were out because I was the guy who studied the night before exams. Sales had zero interest in it. So by sheer process of elimination, coding was my only hope. And I had to start from scratch. At first, I tried building a project for my resume and it took me a whole month to build something my friends could finish in 2 days. So yeah, 1 month wasted. But I didn't stop. After that, I dove straight into data structures and algorithms. Arrays, linked lists, trees, graphs, dynamic programming. I had to cover it all. I followed Striver regularly and managed to solve around 250 problems in 90 days. While doing this, 4th year officially started and placement exams began. At first, I failed a lot of them and quickly realized that DSC alone wasn't enough. I had to cover DBMS, hoops, computer networks and operating systems all at once just to clear the online tests. While I was doing all of this, my friends started getting placed. Meanwhile, my parents started asking about my situation and I had absolutely no answer for them. I mean, I wasn't even clearing the assessments. But after writing so many tests, I finally got shortlisted. My first interview, SAP Labs. They announced it the night before and I stayed up the entire night preparing my introduction. And guess what? They didn't even ask for my introduction. And the interview? Interview number 2, ribbon. Not shortlisted at first, then suddenly shortlisted. The interview went okay, but I didn't make it to the final round. Interview number 3, ZS Associates. A mix of management and coding. HR round before technical. Interview number 4, IBM, one of my dream companies. And for once, the interview actually went really well. I walked out with confidence, but they hired only one BTech student from the entire college. And yeah, by mid-semester, I was completely lost. I didn't even understand what I was doing wrong. People we never expected to get placed were getting placed before me. And me, I wasn't even making it to the second round anymore. That's when I realized something harsh. Campus placements are not just about talent. It's hard work plus luck and more importantly, the right things happening at the right time. Yes, we worry. Because for some of us, it's not just a job. It's family, it's loans, it's responsibility. For us, it's do or die. And when you reach that point, there is only one option left: get up and start again. So I did. Interview number 5, Tredence. Interview number 6, Cedimac. Interview number 7, Deloitte. Try, fail. My confidence, it's at rock bottom, and final exams had already started. Then came the next company, Amdocs. This time, the technical assessment actually went well. I solved both DSA questions. For the first time in a while, I felt hope again. But then came the next round, integrity assessment. The first question: do you really think most people tell the truth in daily life? I answered, yes. The system flagged me. This is not a perfect world. People lie. Then they gave me 100 behavioral questions in 20 minutes. And just like that, at that point, it didn't even feel real anymore. It felt like no matter what I did, it was never enough. Finally, the semester was coming to an end. The exams, they went okay. I had given an interview for Accenture, but I had no hope left. I was already hurt from expecting too much earlier. Meanwhile, my friends who were placed had booked the tickets to go home, and I was just sitting alone in my hostel room, wondering if I would ever get a job, wondering when I would finally go home, wondering when I could eat a peaceful plate of biryani without all this stress. It was quiet. Too quiet. I had been at this for months. Hundreds of problems solved, dozens of tests written, round after round. And every single time, so close, but not close enough. I didn't know how much more I had left in me. And then, just one day before the semester officially ended, my friend came up to me and told me I was placed. I thought he was joking, but then he showed me my name on the list of selected candidates for Accenture on Superset. I didn't believe it, so I read it once and then again, and that's when it hit me. For the first time in a long time, I felt genuinely happy. I called my dad immediately. He added the whole family to the call. Seeing their faces, that relief, that pride, I couldn't hold it in. I gave a party to my friends, packed my bags, went home, and finally hugged my parents. Some moments don't just happen, they heal you. I had a friend who got rejected from companies offering 11 LPA. Yeah, 11 LPA. But in the end, he landed a 20 plus LPA offer. So why would someone reject you at 11 LPA but another company choose you at 20? That's just life. Unpredictable, unfair, but also full of surprises. Your first job is just the starting line. 10 years from now, you won't even remember your first salary. What will matter is how much you have grown. So don't overthink the start. Put in the work, stay confident, trust the process. Everything else will fall into place.